Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nazwa Hamidatul Najah from 12 Science 3. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you about how do vaccines work in our body. Have you ever been injected with a vaccine? Since childhood, we've had a vaccination. Is it true that the vaccine is the virus that was put in our body? After watching this video, you will know how do vaccines work in our body. Enjoy watching! Germs are all around us, both in our environment and in our bodies. When a person is susceptible and they encounter a harmful organism, it can lead to a disease and death. The body has many ways of defending itself against pathogens or disease-causing organisms. When a pathogen does infect the body, our body defense, called the immune system, are triggered and the pathogens is attacked and destroyed or overcome. Our body defense system include innate immunity and adaptive immunity. Innate immunity provides general defense against threats through physical barriers like skin and chemical responses like inflammation. While adaptive immunity, however, is a specific response to a particular invaders known as antigens. This immunity adapts over time as we encounter new antigens. Adaptive immunity relies on the first B and T cells receptors, which are generated through gen recombination. To understand how vaccine immune response works, it helps to learn a little bit about immune system cells called B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte, or B cells and T cells. B cells produce antibodies that fight off infection, while T cells recognize and kill cells infected with a virus or other foreign cells, which can stop the infection from spreading. When the receptor recognizes an antigen, it triggers clonal expansion. Most of these newly made cells will die off after the antigen is destroyed, but some of them are destined to live as memory B or T cells. This new population of memory cells allow for a faster responses when the same antigen is encountered again. This means that if the person is exposed to dangerous pathogen in the future, their immune system will be able to respond immediately, protecting against disease. Vaccines contain weakened or inactive parts of a particular organism or antigen that triggers an immune response within the body. Most vaccines contain a weakened or inactivated form of a virus or bacterium, or a small part of it, called an antigen. Newer vaccines contain in the blueprint for producing antigens rather than the antigen itself. Regardless of whether the vaccine is made up of the antigen itself or the blueprint, so that the body will produce the antigen, this weakened version will not cause the disease in the person receiving the vaccine, but it will prompt their immune system to respond much as it would have on the first reaction to the actual pathogen. So, how do vaccines work in our body? Vaccine work by teaching the immune system how to fight off the disease in case it ever comes into contact with it. This greatly reduces the risk of becoming seriously ill or spreading a disease to others. Vaccine can protect against one or multiple diseases. Sometimes, multiple vaccines may be given at once to protect against several diseases. Some vaccines require multiple doses, given weeks or months apart. This is sometimes needed to allow for the production of long-life antibodies and development of memory cells. In this way, the body is trained to fight the specific disease-causing organism, building up a memory of the pathogen, so to rapidly fight it and when exposed in the future. I have a quote. Benjamin Franklin once said, "An ounce of the prevention is worth a pound of cure," which is to say that it is worth the effort try to help stop something before it happens, rather than trying to contain something after it's begun. The premise is the very nature of vaccines. And when it comes to immunization, it's important to remember that getting vaccinated doesn't just help protect you. In some cases, it can also help keep your family and community safe from the spread of infections, say Gruber. The more people who engage responsibility as a community to get vaccinated, the better the protection can be. That's all of me. Thanks for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.